What is up, friends? You got Sturkey's here with my TPA Round 1 Playoffs Team Builder. First off, before we get to the Team Builder, I did want to show you the final standings heading into the playoffs and the final look at kill leaders, though this is just for regular season. As far as I know, I do believe that they keep stats throughout the playoffs as well. So as you can see, Cartana finished off in the top 5 for kill leaders and is very close to potentially being able to take the kill leader title. Now, Crocodile on Jason the Minneapolis Mudkips, despite a very good season from him, he did not make the playoffs, so Crocodile is locked in at 16. But that does mean Tapu Koko, Latios, and Cartana, Garchomp, Ferrothorn, Zygarde, Terrakion, Dragapult, and I don't think Excadrill, but the rest are all still in the playoffs, so they could still move up the kill leaderboard. Obviously, I would love to get Cartana moved up, but what's more important is getting a win in the playoffs. Looking at the standings, you can see we finished third, 7-3, plus 19 differential. Not too bad, considering we had a few pretty tough losses. I'm pretty happy with how things finished out. And you can actually see that we are number 3. Behind us is number 4, Levi, and his New Orleans Serperiors. That's actually who we're playing this week. Kind of crazy how that turned out, because actually 8 teams make playoffs. So even though I got the 3 seed, I have to play the 4 seed. But that's just because of how our divisions turned out, so I can give you a quick look on those. We're right here in second. Top 4 from each side make it. So Zach and his Black Haluchas are going to be playing Nicholas and the Wingles. And then you see we're going to be playing the Serperiors. So number 3 and number 4 playing in the first round. That's a pretty wild week 1. And then over here on the other side, you can see the other 4 who made it. Ben and the Lycanrocs against the Rayquazas. That's going to be a really tough first round matchup. And then the Nascarablasts and the Nidokings going to be very well balanced as well. So that's who we see making the playoffs. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at Levi's team real quick. Now, let me make sure this is centered okay. There we go. If you remember, we actually played Levi week 1, and we did get a 5-0 win. But I'm not taking this matchup easy at all, because that 5-0 win could have very easily been a very close win or even a very close loss, depending on how things played out. It's one of those things where Spectrier ended up getting a sweep, because sometimes all it needs is one kill and one Grimnay to just bop everything else. But his team's scary, and last time we played, he played really well. It was his first ever match, and he had me really scared. And he put together a great season in his inaugural season. Real quick, looking at his schedule, you can see he started 0-1, picked up a win, then he started 1-3, and from there he finished 6-4. So that means he won 5 of his last 6. So he's on a very big hot streak right now. And he does have a good team. We're going to be playing him here in just about an hour. And so looking at his team, you can see he really likes to bring Dragapult and Terrakion. They're both monsters. I can't blame him. He loves Corviknight, super hard to kill. Gardevoir, really hard to figure out what it's going to be. Plus, Trace is a really good ability that can kind of help it be offensive or defensive. He's brought Talonflame a few times, and Talonflame is always very scary just because of Gale Wings. You never know if you're gonna be able to get enough damage on it to get it out of range, because it is so fast. Sharpedo is a very big threat with speed boost sweeping at the end. That's why we're bringing quite a bit of the things we did. And he likes to bring Nidoqueen each week. I can't blame him. The Nidos are great. They're very versatile. And that is his best rocker. As you can see, he hasn't brought Sandslash or Matang this season. And Terrakion is a mon you really like to bring offensive. So Nidoqueen is his best stealth rock setter. Whimsicott and Raichu are both very good. Whimsicott has actually only come once this season, but it's something you still kind of have prep in mind for. I'm hoping with me having Cartana, Skarmory, and Nidoking, that's enough to keep Whimsicott from coming, because I don't have a whole lot of prep for it. But if it comes, we're just going to have to be ready for it. So let's go ahead and show you our team. Let's make sure this is all lined up okay. Good deal, good deal. Okay, so here's the squad we are bringing this week. First off, we have Waragami, the Choice Scarf Cartana. Now, kind of a weird scarf set, as we're going pretty much max speed with a positive speed nature and pretty much max HP. That's basically so that Waragami can switch in on some water moves from Sharpedo. He likes to flip turn around a lot with that thing. He likes to come off with a liquidation. Now, I do need to scout and see if it's physical or special because if I lose Waragami, I can't just use it too cavalierly. I kind of have to know what he's going to be before I start switching it in. And as you can see, I don't really have the greatest switches into it. Now, if he is special, Sylveon can just literally switch in on it all day. Even if it's physical, it takes a liquidation okay, though you really don't want to do that. And I can switch King Me in on a flip turn, but I do have to be careful because he does have dark moves. So anyway, Leaf Blade, Smart Strike, Knockoff, and Sacred Sword are going to hit pretty much his whole team. The only thing that really we don't do much to would be Corviknight, and we can still get a knockoff, and if we have rocks up, that's going to help a little bit. But basically, Corviknight kind of does stop us from sweeping with this, so we do have to have some answers for it, and I think we have two pretty good answers, really even a few more. Going on, we have Tonks the Sylveon. Now, Tonks is 248 HP, a lot of defense. Not as seemingly a lot of special defense, but it still walls special types really nicely. Even like Specs Dragapult, it shouldn't take more than like a third of its damage, and it can Wish and get stuff back. Plus its leftovers. We've got Hyper Voice, Yawn, Wish, and Quick Attack. So Wish can obviously be used to keep itself healthy, but can also switch into other things that have been shipped down a little bit, and that's kind of what I want to do with my team, is I want to keep it alive, which sounds funny, but as you can see, I have an Assault Vest Mon, I have a bulky Scarfer, I have two Leftovers users, and I have a Heavy Duty Boots user. So I just realized my Nidoking set has the wrong moves. I'll explain that. I misclicked a move, so I'm glad I'm seeing that now. Rotom Frost has Thunderbolt, Blizzard, Defog, and Volt Switch. Pretty much all of that special attack is meant to be able to do some really good damage to Corviknight. Now, he does have good electric switch-ins with Dragapult, and especially with Nidoking, and then we can throw off a Blizzard, so I initially wanted Scarf or Specs, but being able to switch moves is really nice, and then Heavy Duty Boots allows us to defog if his Nidoqueen is able to get rocks up early, which I think leading rocks is something I could see him doing. So being max HP is really nice for that. That actually makes Frost and Powers a decent lead to come in and just click Thunderbolt or Blizzard off the get-go, or Volt Switch if I don't think Nidoqueen would come in. We got Pacquiao the Hitmonchan making its debut onto the team. So Assault Vest is really good on it. You see I've put quite a bit of special defense into it. With it being an adamant nature still, it should still hit pretty hard. Iron Fist helps power up all of the moves you see: Drain Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, and Mach Punch. It is not great against Gardevoir, but if Gardevoir wants to switch in, if we can predict a Thunder Punch or Ice Punch could do up to half health. And actually, I think that's if it's bulky. I think if it's Choice Scarf or Choice Specs, it should do even more. And then we've got enough speed to outspeed a Nidoqueen or even a Gardevoir with no speed. So once again, we don't really want to stay in on Gardevoir, but late game, if Gardevoir is down to like 33%, or I don't know, just down to a certain percent, we can run some calcs and see, hey, if we know it's bulky, we might be able to outspeed and hit it. So, but that's really helpful for if Dragapult is special. If Sharpedo is special, being Assault Vest is really nice for it. And it actually takes hits from Nidoqueen really nicely too. Doesn't get huge recovery, but it does have Drain Punch, and Tonks is able to Wish Pass, and that into an Assault Vester is always cool. To King Henry, the Nidoking has Life Orb, and because of sheer force, we won't be taking Life Orb damage. We have Sub and Stealth Rock, so I want to Sub if we can force a switch, and that's supposed to be Earth Power and Thunderbolt. So sometimes what happens on Showdown is if you accidentally have two moves clicked in, one move will kind of get like switched to a random move, and I think I accidentally had Stealth Rocks on there twice. I was switching moves around a lot. I initially had Sludge Wave, decided I didn't think I would need it because I don't think Whimsicott is coming, and Earth Power does plenty anyway, so it's going to be Earth Power and Thunderbolt. Not as fun as Avalanche is, we're not running that. The Thunderbolt is a way to help take out Corviknight with these EVs, even if he's max special defense. With Stealth Rock, we should OHKO it, even if it's max special defense with leftovers. Did I say OHKO? We should 2-hit KO it. And since we'll be faster, it can't roost in front of us. So we can wear that down. And then Earth Power rips through pretty much his entire team, other than Corviknight and Talonflame. And those two are hit very hard by Thunderbolt. Lastly, we've got Slowking with Leftovers and Regenerator. Now, I'm also considering running a berry. So basically the leftovers are because we want to switch in on something like the slack off could be nice too, but maybe I might end up running a weakness berry with slack off over teleport. Basically, I'm having a lot of trouble with this set because Terrakion is just awful to switch into. Now I could switch, I believe, into a if he's if he's jolly and not adamant, I should be able to switch into a close combat plus a Stone Edge and be able to live, and then would either be able to kill with Scald or teleport into, say, Waragami. So that's something. So I could slack off a lot. Slack off with leftovers would be able to help me stay pretty healthy. We do Regenerator, we get a lot of health back. Thunderwave is very helpful for just slowing down a lot of his faster threats. Now, I did also consider Kasib Berry, which weakens ghost moves from both Dragapult and from what's its name? Gardevoir, which I think can both very well carry those. But since we are physically defensive, we need to be more worried about just switching either our Assault Vest user or our Sylveon into those moves and not worrying so much about staying in those. So Thunderwave, I guess, is more for predictions. So a Bugberry would be kind of nice too because Talonflame can U-turn, Dragapult can U-turn, and Terrakion can be carrying a bug move like Megahorn or X-Scissor. I don't know if it gets X-Scissor. It does get Megahorn. The problem is, if it does that, it either has to give up Earthquake or Swords Dance, or otherwise Nidoking can kind of switch in on its fighting and its rock moves. So that's something we've got to consider. So that's actually pretty tough for him. He's kind of getting 4 move slot syndrome. I'm not sure what I want to bring. I definitely like my top 3 moves. I just need to decide, do I want teleport or slack off? And I need to decide, do I want leftovers or do I want a weakness berry? So that's something I'm kind of going to be having to think on. But that's pretty much what we've got. Here in about little under an hour, we're going to be thrown down. So I will come back for that battle and combine these two. All right, we are live with our matchup. We went into the battle, and I accidentally had Avalanche on my Nidoking. If you remember from the team builder, the wrong move was on there. That was supposed to be Thunderbolt, and I forgot to switch it. So he was nice enough to let me forfeit and re-challenge. So we see his team, and it is extremely threatening. The Whimsicott is a bummer, because I didn't expect that. I do have answers to it. It just makes Nidoking a lot less useful not having Sludge Wave. Whew, first match of the playoffs. Let's go. This is going to be a fun one. As for leads, I was kind of always thinking either Frost and Powers or 2 King Henry, so the Nidoking or the Rotom. I think that both dual stabs just hit his team nicely. I would not be surprised at all if he leads Nidoqueen, maybe Sharpedo to pivot. I don't know. I kind of like Frost and Powers. I don't want to say it's not useful, I just think it's a good lead. So let's go ahead and do that. Once again, Levi, I really do appreciate you allowing me to, we're going to exit out of that here. I appreciate you allowing me to switch that up. I know you said you trusted, so just want you to know that was very cool of you. Technically, he could have made me battle with Avalanche on my Nidoking, which I told him I only had 3 moves. Basically, I had 3 moves I intended, and one was a move that would not have helped at all. I guess it could have helped on Whimsicott, funnily enough. So he does start with Nidoqueen. Now, I think I take pretty much any move okay. Now, he could do something, like if he were physical, he could have Rock Slide or Superpower or something like that. He could toss off a Fire Blast, but I'm expecting him to not be very speedy. And I really don't know how excited he would be about taking a Blizzard here. He might just do Rocks or Toxic Spikes or something. I mean, I kind of have switches. I think I want to just toss off a Blizzard, see what he switches into. So let's just hope this 70% move hits. I think that's my play. He really doesn't have a Blizzard switch in. Bummer. Okay, so I could defog right away. I think I could just toss off another Blizzard. I think that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully we'll hit this one. Like I said, I really don't mind defog. I am heavy-duty boots on Frost and Powers. But so he goes Tarak. Okay. That should do a good chunk. And now we can kind of start calcing that. So, wish that first one had hit, but hey, such is life. Now my computer is moving slow. In fact, I think the first time he and I ever played, my computer like ended up, like the battle like crashed. So, what kind of damage are we looking at here? So this is a bulky Terrakion, because that Blizzard did 36. Now, are you bulky, or is this like Assault Vest? That seems to be an Assault Vest Terrakion, which is extremely cool. Ooh, which means he also has good coverage to hit my whole team. Don't like that. Yeah, so he's got some bulk. He's got some bulk along with that. Whew. That's a sweet set, man. I like that. Didn't see this coming. And I do have a tough time switching into this. Slowking is my play. We can eat 2 hits. Now, if he's rocking Megahorn as that 4th move, that's a problem. Yeah. Especially with Rocks up, man. This was a really nice lead, dude. Whew. Let's just go into King Me. This is my play. Please close combat. Okay. 20. So maybe not super. No, okay, yeah, that could be a low roll. So now because of leftovers, we should even be able to take a Megahorn here. So I could Scald, and really that's not an awful play. I could Thunderwave on something coming in, because this does kind of. This could invite in Whimsicott or Corviknight even. So I don't hate a Thunderwave here. And actually Thunderwave, Thunderwave's good on anything but Nidoqueen, I think. So I think I am just going to toss off a Thunderwave. Hope we hit that 90%. Since I said it out loud, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, Whimsicott. Cool, cool. I like that. I could take a hit and then teleport, especially if he wants to do something like Leech Seed. But if he is like something like Specs, he could do a whole lot, yeah, with Grass Knot, or I was thinking more just like an Energy Ball. $73 to $86, so that would be a very likely KO. So I don't think he'd throw off a Moonblast here, and we do have ways to hit him with Pacquiao. Don't want to switch Waragame in yet. I could. I don't think Tonks is taking too much. I'm just worried about him tricking a Specs. So I'm trying to think of anything that would appreciate having a Specs. Yeah, Tonks isn't taking much, so I can pretty safely do that. And I mean, I guess he is powering up my Hyper Voice if I take that. Whimsicott ain't no beta, he's an alpha. What are you fixing to do here? Tailwind, okay. So I don't really have any use for. Okay. I'm just going to yawn, because I don't think you'll stay in. The Tailwind is cool. What could this be for? I mean, really, it makes anything on his team a bit more imposing. I know that Corviknight is his switch. Okay, Nidoqueen. Okay, interesting. So I think Sludge Wave is a good play for Nidoqueen, but I think you probably want to switch here, right? So an offensive Nidoqueen would do 68 to 81. We could get a decent amount back with Wish. I kind of just want to Wish to see what you're going to do. So we're at full, so that wouldn't kill. And that's Modest, Life Orb, Sludge Wave. If you are defensive, Like, you're only doing half. I think you're going to switch. So I almost kind of just want to wish and switch into something. I don't think you're okay with this just falling asleep. You are. Body press. Interesting. So this is just going to go to sleep now. Interesting. I feel like Corviknight could come in here. So do I want to go Frost and Powers or 2 King Henry? Let's go Frost and Powers just to see. Let's play it safe early. Now we're not going to take... So really that wish doesn't really do much, which is okay. You do go Whimsicott. Interesting. Okay, I'll take that though. So Tailwind petered out. I can check off another Blizzard. Or I think I'm just going to Volt Switch for if in case he goes Terrak again, I can get a little momentum. He might just Tailwind again. Which, to be fair, Tailwind is a really good play. Helps out pretty much anything against Kartana. So Nidoqueen being asleep means I can't yawn anything right now. I do need to think about that. I've got 2 of his Mons statused, so... He can't go Nidoqueen here on a potential Blizzard. Your only Blizzard switch in, I think, is Terrakion, which, by the way, can't say enough how much I love the Assault Vest Terrak play. Really good for if Spectrier had come. I wonder what... While we're just waiting. I don't even know what to... We'll just look at this with... I think we saw that this may be something like... We don't have to worry about taking off the speed EVs. Let's look at Assault Vest. It's taking forever to click these. Let's look at what Nidoking's damage is doing. So, Earth Power should still KO with the range he's at, so that's cool. We Volt Switch, he stays in. I think I might see another Tailwind coming. So unless he's just going to U-turn, this kind of gets me a Nidoking for free. Okay? Oh, he already did Tailwind. I'm dumb. So I am going to go ahead and... Do I sub or do I Stealth Rock? I'm going to go ahead and just substitute. Now if he wants to do something like Leech Seed, he would get that in before the substitute if he doesn't get paralyzed. But I kind of just want to see what his switch is. And you've got to be scared out by a potential Sludge Wave. Oh, you Leech Seed. Good play. Ah, okay. So now I'm behind a sub. I'm hoping... Ah, that's really annoying. That's a good play. I'm hoping you expect a Sludge Wave's coming. So I'm just going to go ahead and Earth Power. Earth Power hits everything on his team except Corviknight and Whimsicott. Now, if he goes Corviknight on this, I might just have to cut my losses and switch King Henry in. Switch King Henry out. Man, he really was just cool with... He predicts me. Okay. Dude, he was just completely fine with taking a Sludge Wave there. Okay. Clicking Thunderbolt might not be my best play here. I'm behind a sub. I'm really protected. But does he just roost? I think so. I think I click... yeah, because Body Press isn't going to break my sub. I think if I click Thunderbolt, that does take him down a lot, but he kind of just keeps roosting with the Leech Seed, which, man, that's scary. So I just got to switch. That's annoying, dude. Good plays. So let's go ahead, and I could defog here, to be fair. Why not? Let's defog. That's going to help Slowking stay alive. Okay. So you go there. Ooh, that helps me hit a Blizzard, too. Okay. I guess you kind of just want to keep tailwinding. That's fine. I want a blizzard. How did that miss after the defog? That doesn't make sense to me. Oh. Okay, there we go. What was that? Is that possible? Okay. There must be a small possibility. I know after a defog, Stone Edge always hits, right? Or am I just crazy there? Because it's point. I don't know. I gotta stop overthinking it. It's over. The Whimsicott Terror is gone. I need to find a way to get a wish into Nidoking at some point, because Nidoking is pretty big for this. So I think he probably goes Terrakion. I am glad to have those rocks out of the way. He goes Sharpedo. So, this is an interesting play. I think I can kind of freely go Waragami. Well, he does have Tailwind. Never mind. Can't do that. I don't know if you are physical or special, which is a problem. Part of me thinks Tonks is a good switch in. Part of me just wants to Volt Switch, but I think he probably just... Well, do you click Protect here with Tailwind up? Let's just Volt Switch. The problem is this is really important for his Corviknight. So I don't know if I'm okay with taking this much damage. How much damage are you expecting to do here with? Now, I don't know if he's special or physical. Sharpedo. Let's say he's physical. So close combat would kill. Maybe that's his thought. Can I switch in Hitmonchan in on that? I can switch Hitmonchan in on anything and Mach Punch. I just don't know if that's really a good play. I don't have a good switch here, if we're being real. Sylveon can come in and could quick attack, but that's just not... Yeah, we're not taking 2 liquidations. I think he does come in and click close combat. Is Nidoking in a spot where I can sack it off here? I think the answer is no. I think I go Pacquiao. Just see what he does. Okay, yeah. Now, I personally kind of just feel like I have to Mach Punch, even though, like, he has to know. Maybe I get lucky and he clicks Protect, and then I can predict a switch, in which I could Ice Punch or... Hurts taking that much damage on this. I think I got a Mach Punch. This thing's too scary. I want to predict because I really don't think you stay in when you've got good switches. But I have waste. Okay, he does. Okay. Glad I played it safe then. That's very big. And I can possibly still wish into this. So that pretty much always killed anyway. But after he went down to -1, it absolutely always killed. So... Feast Choice Specs. A Draco would probably kill. Yeah. Shadow Ball probably kills too. Dang. Even through Assault Vest. What a beast. So, but that's okay. If he goes Dragapult here, I don't feel like I need Pacquiao to win at this point. So I could sack in case I think he's going to substitute or Dragon Dance. And I could just click Ice Punch. I'm faster than a Corviknight, could click Thunder Punch. How much am I doing on Corviknight? We are Iron Fist boosted, but this also isn't Stab. It depends what kind of Corviknight set we're getting. Like, if he's specially defensive, we should do a lot. No, not that much. Okay. But that's good to know. Okay. Tonks is an easy switch, but if he Dragon Dances, it gets scary. Mach Punch is nice to still have for Tarak, man. Even though I know Tarak is slower. I do have Tonks as a good switch each time. It's just, is he physical or is he special? I mean, I would like to think he's probably special, and that we're just getting a Shadow Ball here. This is where Sucker Punch Nidoking would have been really cool. Because I don't want to put myself in a situation to lose. If he Dragon Dances here, I could be in a situation where I lose. As nice as Pacquiao is, I think I'm just going to Ice Punch in case he subs or Dragon Dances. If he's something like Specs, we just got to let it go down. It did its job. It countered Sharpedo. The Assault Vest really still is nice for a Nidoqueen switch-in if I could, but that's assuming I can get a Wish off onto this thing, and I probably can't at this point. Assault Vest might not even be that useful, so he does Draco. Okay, man. Could have went Sylveon. What do I want to do? You're at -2. Tonks is the easy play. I actually think he could be like a mix set. I think I want to come in and Wish. And I want to try to Wish into Nidoking. Because I think this brings in Corviknight. Or it could bring in Nidoqueen who's asleep. So if I could get Nidoking back to full, that would be really huge. So I could have went... Okay, yeah. Okay. This is risky. I'm going to go into Nidoking. I'm feeling risky. If he wakes up and clicks something like Earth Power, that's really bad news. But he's asleep. Okay, this is good. Now I can click Substitute. Because we're faster, so even if he wakes up, that's fine. I only lose 25 damage. But he has to be worried about an Earth Power now. He could go Corv. He could go Dragapult. Jason, you funny guy. Okay, Mom and Dad are fighting. And it's funny because they are both blue since I'm shiny. So yeah, I click sub 100% of the time. Because now Thunderbolt and... Unfortunately, I don't have Rocks up. But Thunderbolt and... okay, he's going to just try to wake up, which I... Yeah, I get that. So now I'm going to Earth Power. And... Yeah. So from here, Nidoking can do some work. I think it doesn't necessarily pick up another kill right here. It does kill Terrakion, I think, even through Assault Vest. It wins a 1v1 against Corviknight, and it doesn't kill... it doesn't kill Dragapult, but it does do a lot of damage to Dragapult. Yeah, so... Earth Power and Sucker Punch would have been cool here. I considered running that over Stealth Rock. I could have Earth Powered, let him break my sub. So he is going to break my sub here. Are you Infiltrator? Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh. As much as I love being behind a sub right here, if you're an Infiltrator, which we have no way of telling, because we haven't had a chance for Clear Body or Curse Body, as much as Earth Power can do right here, if he's Infiltrator, that's going to hit through a sub. I gotta be safe and go Tonks here. Dang it. That's a good play if he is Infiltrator. Yeah. Okay. So... I am just gonna go ahead and Hyper Voice. I think he can... Well, you know what? Nidoqueen's dead. So if he goes... You know what? I'm clicking Yawn on whatever wants to come in. Good, there we go. Okay. Now what do you want to go into? We haven't seen anything about Dragapult's set yet. I really would love to I would love to click Hyper Voice here on a potential switch. I mean, I think I can. I would just hate to get O-code here because Sylveon is really important. But a lot of Corviknight sets just don't have Iron Head because Body Press, Brave Bird are a thing. Let's assume you do have Iron Head. Could do a lot. Let's just give you 252 Adamant. I actually don't think it would kill, which is really nice. 252 Adamant. Oh, that's on Hitmonchan, you dummy. Okay. I didn't switch that. Still, 65 to 77. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to Hyper Voice in case he switches here. U-turn? Oh, baby. This is good. This is good news. 15%. So if you're 252, I think Quick Attack kills here. $20 to $24. It should. Cool. Alright, so do you have to go back to Corviknight now? You obviously can't go Dragapult. Man, I am really glad I switched Hitmonchan into that Sharpedo. That was trouble. So we've seen U-turn. I kind of want to just keep yawning. Who was faster? Did we see? Oh, it should be. Yeah, it's him because I'm minus speed. That's right. So if... Okay, Brave Bird. Yawn. So either he has to go to sleep here or switch in to a Hyper Voice. Okay. Oh, that did a lot. Sorry about the crit there. So now you're asleep. I'm going to go ahead and wish. Actually, let's... I'm just going to Hyper Voice, actually. Yeah, he woke up. Okay, that's fine. Oh. Yeah, I do want that wish back. Or, yeah. I just did that because I wanted to be at full for Dragapult. I could have made a switch there. I could yawn again. Take another Brave Bird. Which I think is fine, actually, to do. Yeah. And now... I go to, I'll go to Frost and Powers. Okay, so now you go to sleep, sir. Let's Thunderbolt, just start getting some damage on things. Okay, oh, 1, okay. I'm gonna Volt Switch. Pick up a momentum killer if he switches. Pick up a Volt Switch here. Either pick up a Volt Switch kill. Oh, he wakes up. And Body Press is interesting. Okay. So from here, I think Tonks should be good. I would love to go Origami and get some kills, but I don't want to give him any chances here, so we are just going to Hyper Voice. Depending on what your set is, we're going to Hyper Voice into Quick Attack. Hyper Voice, I think, could kill, but isn't guaranteed depending on his set. I'd love to go Kartana. I'd love to go, let some of my offensive things get kills, but we just got to be safe here and make sure we're not going to lose. Okay, that's a good game. So we pick up the 5-0. Differential does not matter at all in the playoffs right now. It's just about winning and losing, but at the same time, didn't expect that team. Hey, I feel you. I didn't expect Whimsicott. Nice spring. So, all right. Hey, good game, Speedy Falchion. If you haven't seen the comments, you probably can't from here. Great season for anyone watching. I want you to know he had a great season. He won 5 of his 6 to make playoffs in his first season. That's amazing. And he had me worried both times we played. So, really fun battle. Look forward to seeing how you do next season. And this means we make it through to the semifinals. For the 3rd year in a row, we'll be in the semifinals, and we'll be playing the winner of, I think, Zach and Nicholas, a.k.a. Aragon. So that's going to be really exciting to see. Guys, I'm going to hop on out of here. Like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy this. Tell us how you felt about the battle. But I'm going to get on out of here. Have yourself a great night. Peace.